Our classic featuring the best and brightest high school seniors in the state. I'm Damon Fitch, and my broadcast partner for this evening's game is our special guest analyst and voice of the Norwich Hockey Cadets on Adelphia Cable Channel 15, Scott Brimblecombe. Scott, glad to have you aboard.
Well, thank you. It's a gracious introduction for our final hockey game of the year.
For our final hockey game, a fine broadcast partner that I have. And tonight's game represents one last opportunity for these young players to showcase their talent in the state of Vermont, and we certainly have a lot of talent here tonight.
Yes, we do. It's 34 of the top high school seniors in the state of Vermont competing technically their final high school game. There is one game that they hold, an All-Star Vermont-New Hampshire game during the summer, but this is the last time you're going to see them in the state of Vermont, basically representing their own schools, and we get to see them tonight coming to you on Adelphia Cable.
And you noted that the 17 of the players on the ice tonight will be selected for that game between Vermont and New Hampshire, which will be played later on this year, and should be a very good game. And so tonight's game features the Harris and Austin teams. The Harris team features players from Rice, Essex, Colchester, Harwood, MSJ, Mount Mansfield, CVU, North Country, Milton, and Missisquoi. And the Austin Conference features players from Spalding, St. Albans, Burlington, Middlebury, St. Johnsbury, Brattleboro, U32, and South Burlington. 18 schools in all represented.
18 schools. For the Harris, you got 4 players each from Essex and Division I champion Rice, and then 2 from North Country, and then 1 from the other schools. And for the Austin Conference, you have 4 from perennial state champion 12 times, BFA St. Albans, and then 3 from Brattleboro, 3 from South Burlington, the Division II champs, 2 from Spalding, 2 from Division III champion St. Johnsbury, and then 1 from the other schools.
And you do note that it's Division I, Division II, and Division III. And one of the really nice things about this game is that it features players from all over the state, some players that you don't necessarily get to see very much during the year.
That's right, and you're getting to see Division III players against Division I players. You might see somebody like Michelle DuPont, for example, from St. Johnsbury, Division III, playing against some Division I players. We'll see how good he really is. He scored 73 goals. He's got to be pretty good.
73, I was looking at that today, and I said, that's a lot of goals for one season. I don't care. That's a lot of goals. I don't care if it's Division III, Division II, Division I, professional hockey. 73 goals is a lot of goals in just 20 games.
And that is. And I got to see him play in the semis and in the finals. DuPont, in my opinion, stays around center ice a lot. They send the puck to him, and he doesn't always make the goal, but he'll assist on a lot of the plays. But the teams they opposed were Stowe and CVU, and they did a pretty good job of making sure he didn't score like more than 1 or 2.
Well, that's what you got to do. Got to keep those goal hangers. They do score a lot of goals, though. We call them cherry pickers.
And that coming from a former goalie for the Burlington Seahorses.
I don't like goal hangers, to tell you the truth. I like to stuff them, actually. But anyways, as we were saying, it is one last opportunity for these players to showcase their talents. It's a little bit less serious, than the playoffs. They get to have some fun. But it's also, they want to win.
That's right. They really want to win. You're not going to see, I don't think, as hard a checking as you would during a playoff game or a regular season game. We did a game here 3 years ago. I'm going to take a guess at it. 1 penalty, if that. Maybe there was no penalties. But now they're introducing the starting lineup, so let's go down to that.
Let's do that.
Number 9, a forward, also from BFA, Joe Garceau. Wearing number 10 tonight, a defenseman from Brattleboro, Mark Blanchard. Number 11, a forward from St. Johnsbury, Larry Golden. from Spalding High School, Eric Gordon. Wearing number 15, a forward from Brattleboro, Eugene Cross. Number 16 in the lineup tonight, a forward from Brattleboro, Luke Lilly. Wearing number 17, a forward from St. Johnsbury, Michelle Dupont. Number 18, a defenseman from Spalding High School, Chip Higgs. Number 19, a forward from BFA, Jason Knight. Wearing number 20, a defenseman from South Burlington High School, James Smith. Number 21, a defenseman also from South Burlington, John Bell. And in goal tonight from BFA, wearing number 27, Kevin Thomas. And from South Burlington in goal, number 30, Jason Newman. The coaches, ladies and gentlemen, Mark II of South Burlington and Mark Young of Burlington. Let's give these players and coaches a well-deserved round of applause, everybody. The blue team, the Aspen Conference. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Harris Conference wearing red tonight. Here are the introductions. Wearing number 2, a forward from North Country High School, Jeremy White. Wearing number 3, a defenseman from Assisboy, Aaron Dumay. Number 4, a defenseman from Essex, Aaron Gates. Number 5, a defenseman from Colchester High School, Shane Burt. Wearing number 6, a forward from Harwood, Sean Morse. Number 7, a forward from Essex Junction High School, Mike McCasley. Number 10, a defenseman from North Country High School, Pat Williams. Number 11, a forward from Essex, Cameron Bryans. Number 14, a defenseman from Mount Mansfield, Ben Heights. Number 15, a forward from Essex, Matt Clark. Number 16, a forward from Rice High School, Michael Bay. Number 17, a forward from Rice, Matt Morissette. Number 20, a forward from MSJ, Scott Nichols. Number 21, a defenseman from CBU, Keith McCoy. Number 22, a forward from Rice, Frank Levino. Number 30, in goal from Milton High School, Dennis Corey. And also in goal from Rice High School, number 31, John Wicks. The coaches of the Harris team, Bill O'Neill of Essex and Paul Hamill of Essex. Tonight's officials, Fred Aletta and Dan Duluth. And we appreciate the officials participating in tonight's game. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, would you please stand and face our flag at the west end of the rink with the playing of our national anthem.
records of these?
Okay, Damon. The records coming into tonight's game: 6-4 in favor of the Harris.
And just for your information, the Harris Conference is named after the founder of the first Rotary Club, and the Austin Conference is named after the founder of the Burlington Rotary Club. So now you know. The coaches for the two teams for the Harris Conference, it's two coaches from Essex, Coach Bill O'Neill and Paul Hamill, and for the Austin Conference from South Burlington, the Division II state champions Mark Toof, and from Burlington in his first year, Mark Young.
Mark Young, I think, took a great a program that really needed a lot of help this year, and I think he really started to turn Burlington around myself. You know, he had a tough time because he lost a lot of kids just due to ineligibility, and I think he did a great job with that program over there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I had a little conversation with him before the game we did with Burlington, one of the games we did with Burlington earlier this year, and he was just real excited, really very happy to be coaching and very excited for his players. And we just saw the face-off, and we're underway here in the 11th Annual High School Rotary Hockey Classic. The Austin Conference with the puck. Harris takes over. Number 2, Jeremy Wright from North Country. Number 7, McCaffrey gets checked into the boards. The Austin Conference takes over. There's Garceau from St. Albans with the puck, sends it in behind the net. Higgs from Spalding keeps it in at the point for the Austin Conference. The Harris Conference finally breaking out of the zone. Cross ice pass, and already we have the puck going at one of the coaches. Those coaches really have to watch themselves. That puck comes flying over there.
Yes, neither one of them, or none of the 4 of them, wear helmets, so there's no protection on the bench for the coaches. One thing that's kind of interesting with the Austin Conference, Mark Toof and Mark Young have to put 2 line mates out there from Spalding, Eric Gordon and Chip Higgs, on defense. Now I think that'll be a key for if the Austin comes out with a victory tonight.
That could be very good, because when you're familiar with the players, that really helps a lot. Morse keeps it in for the Harris Conference. Number 16, Mike Bay, he can't keep control, and the Austin Conference breaks out, but they can't get it out. Morse, a nice play to keep it in. Finally, he couldn't quite control it, and it comes back into the neutral zone. Number 10, Pat Williams, dumps the puck in behind the net, and coming out is John Bell from South Burlington. James Smith from South Burlington, sorry.
Smith's a great player. I saw him in the playoffs, and he did a great job for the Rebels of South Burlington on their way to a championship.
Both Smith and Bell are a couple tall players, which can be very intimidating, I think, on the defense.
I think so, too. You know, the taller you are, you see this big guy coming at you. And yourself, having been in the net before, seeing that, you know, you see this huge guy coming at you, because you're, what, 5'9", 5'10", around there, and you see a 6'6", say? It's going to intimidate you.
A little bit, and they got that big shot. We do have a rare penalty here to the Harris Conference. So the Austin Conference will get a 5-on-4 opportunity with 18:13 to go in the first period.
Well, that is very rare that we see a penalty, especially this early. Our officials tonight, by the way, are Fred Arletta and Dan Delude, and we'd like to welcome them to this game. They were thanked before the game, so I'm not sure. They might be donating their time this evening.
Well, we can't have a game without them. The Austin Conference gains control of the puck in their own zone, tried to kill it out, and intercepted there. Nice save from Kevin Thomas, sorry, from the BFA goalie. He got his glove out there on that one, and a bad little clearing pass there.
Very bad, and he juggled it in the air, and if he had dropped that, Cam Cryans from the Harris Conference from Essex, he was skating right in there on him, and he could have poked it into the net.
The Austin Conference looking in front of themselves, seeing what's going. And they lose the puck again. having trouble. They seem to be a little bit disorganized in their efforts here on this power play so far. Picking up number 15, Eugene Frost from Brattleboro. Jason Knight skates by it, back to Frost. He dumps it in. John Place sends it behind his own net. Oh, a little trouble there. Keeping it is Chip Higgs from Spalding. Knight sends one towards the net. It goes in behind the net. Austin Conference, they lose the puck, and Higgs will skate down after the puck. Both teams making some changes here. Higgs picks it up behind his own net, looking in front, seeing what's happening, gives it to James Smith, up to Larry Golden from St. Johnsbury. Morse sends the puck in. That's Sean Morse from Harwood to McCaffrey from Essex. He sends it out in front, but nobody's there, and the Austin Conference in blue clears it out. There's Larry Golden across the blue line. Oh, checked nicely by Aaron Gates. And the Harris Conference will get it cleared out. 16:26 to go and 11 seconds to go in the Austin Conference power play. Picking it up, number 15, Eugene Frost from Brattleboro. He crosses the blue line and dumps it into the corner. Joe Garceau after the puck, gets checked off by number 14, Ben Hines. Keeping it in, John Bell, the slap shot off the leg of number 15, Matt Clark. He can't chase the puck down, though, as Kevin Thomas came out very far to pick up the puck and get it cleared out.
And the Harris was able to kill off that power play, and that's very good for coaches Bill O'Neill and Paul Hamill to see their team's a good penalty killer.
Matt Clark, speaking of Essex, with a nice opportunity there, couldn't cash in on the pass from Morissette. A nice block from number 16, Luke Lilly. John Place way out of his net to clear the puck for the Harris Conference. Cam Cryans at center ice, up to teammate Mike Bay. He's checked. Oh, a nice save from Thomas with the pad. Matt Morissette picks it up, sends it into the corner. Cam Cryans can't stop the play there. Higgs sends it in to the corner. Picking it up, number 7, Tabor Gagne from St. Albans. Coming back the other way, Cam Cryans to number 20, Scott Nichols. Mike Bay chasing after. There's Nichols. He intercepts. Has Mike Bay in front. There's Cam Cryans in front. He can't get a good shot off, and the Austin Conference, Austin team comes back the other way.
Of course.
Gagne, a nice save from John Place as he deflects it up over the glass, I think. 14:36 to go in the first period. It's a 0-0 tie between the Austin and Harris.
Well, Damon, one thing we ought to tell our viewers, very rare that we see this. We're playing 20-minute periods tonight, and usually we have 15 in high school, 20 in college.
That is true. Very rare. A little preparation for college for those people that are going to be going on, I guess. Number 13, Eric Gordon with a slap shot off the leg, and the Harris team gets it cleared out. Jeremy Wright picks it up. There's Leva Brew from Rice. Higgs over to Luke Lilly. He sends the puck into the corner. Chasing after it is Frost. The two teams are battling for the puck in the corner there. Keith LaCroix gets it cleared out. Cross Jeremy Wright, checked nicely down by John Bell. Number 20, James Smith gets it cleared out. Baron Domi slaps it in behind the Austin Conference team net. Sean Morse, and we've got an offsides. 13:39 to go in the first period. As the two teams will make a couple quick changes here.
Well, so far, good back and forth action. No team, maybe you could give a little bit of the edge to the Austin Conference as far as keeping the puck down in the Harris zone a little bit more than the Harris is keeping it in the Austin zone.
Aaron Gates sends it out to Sean Morse, over to Matt Clark. Kevin Thomas clears it. Over to number 17, Michelle DuPont from St. Johnsbury. John Bell picks it up, or sorry, number 11, Larry Golden picks it up. Cross ice over to number 17, Michelle DuPont, checked there by Matt Clark from Essex. Larry Golden, pass in front, nobody there. Matt Morissette, streaking across the red line, picks the puck up, trying to go around John Bell, but having a little bit of difficulty there. It's a bit difficult to go around John Bell.
Yes, very difficult to go around John Bell. It's about like Sean Morse. That kid's big.
Mike Bay picks it up, sends it back, but intercepted. Mike Bay picks it up, streaking across the red line, over the blue line. Oh, nice defensive play there from number 4, Joe Strauss from Burlington. Mike Bay picks it up, tries to go around Strauss. He's taken down by Strauss in the corner. Number 5, Shane Burt from Colchester keeps it in, but finally the Austin Conference gets it cleared out, and we have an icing on the play.
First icing we've had here in the almost 8 minutes of play so far here in the first period. One thing we ought to do is remind our audience that this copyrighted broadcast is presented under authority granted to Adelphia Cable by the Essex Rotary Club and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our viewing audience. Any retransmission or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this telecast without the express written consent of Adelphia Cable Communications is prohibited. There, we get that out of the way.
And I just want to let you know, he did that from memory. He did that from memory. He did not have a script in front of him. That'll tell you that he's done it a couple times. And the puck is cleared down, and you just mentioned we had our first icing. Now we have our second icing. You jinxed him.
Well,
11:57 to go in the first period, and we'll have a face-off just in front of Kevin Thomas to his left on the ice.
one thing, Damon, you know, first period, this early in the first period, these teams are really just feeling each other out. And even the players, even though they practiced with each other on each team, you know, they don't know how they're going to be.
Eugene Frost, a nice little burst of speed. Oh, big save from Place on the breakaway. Back the other way, the Harris Conference. Leva Brew, he goes into Eric Gordon hard, and Gordon goes down to the ice. Austin Conference gets it cleared out. Over to the blue line, Shane Burt clears it out for the Harris Conference. Oh, Mike McCaffrey, checked down by Larry Golden. Morse, picking up Eric Gordon from Spalding. Off the boards, Matt Clark keeps it in. Morse and Gordon battled, and we have a whistle. That was a nice burst of speed there from Eugene Frost.
Eugene Frost, the top player for the Brattleboro Colonels, the team that was a runner-up to South Burlington this year in the championship. They were the number 2 seeded team. They lost to South Burlington, a tremendous final for the Division II championship, and Frost was a key player for Doug Lilly's Colonels. Oh, they just missed the right side of the net. It was wide open, Damon. Nobody was there to poke it through.
Back the other way, Matt Morissette, checked by James Smith from South Burlington. Puck goes in behind the Harris Conference net. Larry Golden battling for the puck. And we've got a little wrestling match going on down there, I think.
WrestleMania on the ice.
We promoted that earlier this year. There's John Bell, a slap shot hard in on John Place, and he gets a pad on it. John Bell back the other way, chased by Morse. 2 big guys going after the puck. A nice pass to number 17, Michelle DuPont, in behind the net, looking for somebody in front, doesn't have anybody there. But there's number 20, Jason Smith, with a little wrister. Place there to make the save. There's Mike Bay clearing it out with a backhand. Back the other way, it's Gagne. Gagne on with Joe Garceau and teammate Jason Knight, all BFA St. Albans player. Mike Bay the other way. He fans on a wrist shot. The Austin Conference gets it cleared out. Number 14, Ben Heinz from Mount Mansfield. Over to number 20, Scott Nichols. Kevin Thomas pushes it behind his own net. Number 20, Nichols, backhand to Mike Bay behind the net. He's battling for the puck, checked hard by number 10, Mark Blanchard. There's Gagne, he loses control of the puck at the red line. Here comes Aaron Gates, the defenseman from Essex. He keeps control in the corner, back to Bay, save from Thomas, a big save from Thomas there.
That was a desperation move there on the Austin Conference because Thomas had one side of the net open on that, rebounded out to one of his own players, and they just cleared it out and got the icing call.
That's what you got to do when you're in a desperate situation like that. You just got to get it cleared out. You don't have a lot of time to think, and so you just ice it down to the other end.
Now, one thing this game also is good for is some college coaches maybe here scouting these players as well.
I think it's a good opportunity to see how they do in situations that are a bit foreign to them too, because they're playing with players they've never played with before, and see how they can do in a situation like that. Number 16, Luke Lilly, gets it cleared out. John Place jumps on the puck, and we'll have a face-off just to his left. With 8:33 to go in the first period, it's a 0-0 tie in this 11th annual Vermont High School Rotary All-Star Classic.
Well, Luke Lilly brought it all the way up, passed it over, tried to center it out to his teammate. Lilly, his father's the coach at Brattleboro, but that doesn't mean anything. Lilly is a tremendous hockey player for the Brattleboro.
And there we have a goal from Luke Lilly, I believe. We were singing his praises, and he puts it in the back of the net.
Well, as I was saying, it doesn't matter that his father is the coach for the team. Willie is a great hockey player, and he deserved to be on that hockey team. First, people remember the controversy of a year ago with his brother Jake Lilly not being declared ineligible, but Luke Lilly came back. You know, he was there last year and this year, and a tremendous player.
And so it's 1-0. The Austin Conference takes the lead here early in the first period. Well, not really early in the first period. Big save there from Kevin Thomas. Got the pads down, and here's number 18 Higgs to number 5 Adam Perry from U32. Eric Gordon back to collect the puck, and I believe we've got an icing call here. And the puck will go all the way down back into the Harris Conference zone with 8 minutes to go in the first period.
Well, they gave the official scoring on that. Lilly got the assist on that goal. The goal went to his teammate, Eugene Frost. And also getting assist from Spalding was Eric Gordon.
So the Brattleboro connection connects for that goal. Larry Golden almost had an opportunity to put a backhand in. Eric Gordon, the slap shot, saved John Place, and Morse coming back the other way. He goes around number 18 Higgs, gets the puck in back, tries to center it out in front, but nobody was there for the Harris Conference. Number 17, Michel DuPont in the corner. He goes around the net. Number 21, LaCroix over to Morse. The Harris Conference having a little trouble getting it cleared out here. Back to number 18, Higgs, over to Gordon. The slap shot, kind of a snapshot actually. Matt Morissette intercepts and comes back the other way, but he's poke checked there by Higgs. Gordon sends one in, and John Place gets a glove on it. He gives it to Baron Domi from Missisquoi. Mike Bay didn't see the puck coming, and the Austin Conference able to come back the other way. The St. Albans connection on now. There's Baron Domi from Missisquoi. He clears the puck in. Number 11, Cam Cryans, goes after it. Coming back, here's Joe Garceau off the boards to Jason Knight. He stops and goes around a couple of players there. Cam Cryans back the other way, picks it up. He can't control it. Jason Knight over to Gagne, in around the net to Garceau, to Knight. The net comes up there, and we're going to have a face-off, a whistle, as the net came off its moorings just a tad there. 6:12 to go in the first period. It's the Austin Conference out in front, 1-0.
Well, again, good back and forth action between these two teams. I got to say, watching them, you know, you look at it on paper, you might say, well, it's heavily dominated one team or the other. This game isn't. You know, both these teams are even.
Aaron Gates, oh, just missed the shot to the right. Mike Bay controls the puck. He passes it in the corner. Cam Cryans and Joe Garceau picks it up for the Austin Conference, but there's Mike Bay. Oh, and he sends one into the net. Kevin Thomas was just a little out of position on that one, and Mike Bay puts it in behind him to tie this one up at 1 apiece.
Well, Damon, Mike Bay was one of the ones I think Spalding really keyed on in the Division I final. Bay didn't have any goals in that final, which that's unusual for Mike Bay not to score a goal.
Very unusual, because sometimes he scores like in bunches. 3 or 4 in a game, I recall, in a couple incidents this year. So when you keep him off the board, you're doing pretty well.
And I think they announced that was an unassisted goal.
And back the other way, it's, I believe, Eugene Frost for his second goal. Off the pass, I believe, again from Luke Lilly. I'm not sure about that, but I do believe Eugene Frost has tallied his second one. The Brattleboro connection showing that they belong here.
And that's against the Division I goalie.
Who says that Division 2, 3 can't play with Division 1? Mike McCaffrey checked hard there by number 10, Mark Blanchard. He also of Brattleboro, so Brattleboro really showcasing their talents in this one so far.
Well, they're giving the assist on that goal by Eugene Frost to Adam Perry from Union 32 High School, a lone representative from U32.
Well, I'm sure that made his night.
I'm sure it did too. U32 was invited to play in the tournament this year. They had a losing record, but in order to show some balance in the tournament, they invited several teams that wouldn't have made it. U32 voted as a team not to go. So I think that's really nice for senior Adam Perry to get an assist here in the All-Star game.
So it's 2-1. Here comes Luke Lilly. Checked there by Shane Burt. There's Eugene Frost sending one in. Coming back the other way, it's the Rice connection. Levabrew over to Jeremy Wright from North Country. Stick handles in, but he can't get around Joe Strauss from Burlington. And there's number 5, Adam Perry again. He's coming in on John Place. John Place sends it in behind his own net. Coming out is Jeremy Wright from North Country. He dumps the puck into the zone, and his team will get a quick change. Matt Morissette goes in hard on number 10, Mark Blanchard. Mark Blanchard picks the puck up behind the net, sends it off the boards, and number 12, Josh Worley, couldn't collect it, and the Harris Conference sends it in back the other way. Number 17, Michelle DuPont, out to Larry Golden. He tries to get in past the Harris Conference player, couldn't get around him, but I think we got a penalty coming on that play.
We have a holding penalty coming up. And so far, we've had one penalty in the game, and it was against the Harris Conference.
This one is going to be against the Austin Conference. To number 11, Larry Golden from St. Johnsbury.
Wrong side of the state. the Division III state champions.
an out-of-stater would say, so what? It's just one small little state. Of course, we know that's not true.
That's right. Golden, a real good player for St. Johnsbury, very instrumental in their state championship this year, and his brother Ricky's also on the team. And Ricky's a good player, too. We're going to see him a year or two more.
We'll look forward to that. And so the Harris Conference gets its first power play opportunity. They're trailing by a goal here in the first period. 3:31 to go in the first period. Morse collects the puck at his feet. He can't control it, though. And the Austin Conference sends it back the other way. John Place behind his net. He gives it to Jeremy Wright, I believe. He comes, that's number 21, LaCroix from Milton, or from CVU. Austin Conference can't get it cleared out. Finally they do, but not very far, as Matt Morissette picks it up for the Harris Conference. He dumps it in and they'll make a quick change. James Smith dumps it down with a slap shot. Can't get it all the way down though, as the Harris Conference now comes back the other way at their own blue line. Number 20, Scott Nichols, across the blue line, sends it into the corner. Number 18, Chip Higgs, dumps it to the other side, but there's Mike Bay there to collect it off the boards on the other side. And finally, the Austin Conference gets it cleared out. Number 21, Keith LaCroix, he sends it up to Cam Cryans, checked there by Smith, or John Bell, sorry.
And that's the first good clear out that the Austin Conference has done just now.
And there is the Austin Conference finally getting it cleared down the other way again. Picking it up, Aaron Gates from Essex. He comes across the blue line. Over on the left to number 20, Scott Nichols, and he puts it in the net.
And that is a power play goal.
To make it 2-2, keeping this one close. A power play goal with just 2 seconds to go on the penalty.
Well, you know, you'd think in a championship game that was strategy, not to score early. That's what you would think the coaches were trying to do. Because you watch most teams, you know, and they try to keep the power play as long as they can, and then, you know, 30 seconds to go. That's when they start taking their shots. But who knows if that's the strategy here.
We'll have to ask the coaches after the game, I guess. We can't really... I'm not in the business of mind reading myself. So with 1:55 to go in the first period, it's 2-2. The Harris and Austin Conference in a tie game here. Here comes Leva Brew across the blue line over to Wright, but he couldn't cash in on that one. Number 14, Heinz, keeps it in for the Harris Conference. Finally, the Austin Conference gets it cleared out. There's Luke Lilly to Eugene Frost. Right back the other way, checked hard by number 10, Mark Blanchard, and the puck finally finds its way into John Place, the goalie. He covers up, and we have a face-off just to his left.
Well, going back to the scoring on that goal, Scott Nichols from Mount St. Joseph's down in the Rutland area got the goal, and there was an assist by Ben Heinz from Mount Mansfield, whose home ice is right here at Essex.
Scoring on the home ice. So not just Essex on the home ice here today.
No. And Winooski also plays here, but they don't have a representative this year on the team.
The Austin Conference trying to gain control of the puck. They send it in on Place. Across. They find it, and there is Luke Lilly putting that one in. And the Brattleboro connection is just showcasing some extreme talent here tonight.
Well, they finished second this year. They lost. They were seeded number 2. They lost to South Burlington in a game I had a chance to call for Max Sports Films and Videos. And it was a tremendous game for Division II. And that game could have gone either way, either to South Burlington or Brattleboro. And like I was saying about Lilly earlier, he's a good player.
Lily now with a goal and an assist in the game tonight. And the Austin Conference takes a 3-2 lead, and they're coming right back again. Number 17, Michelle DuPont, the slap shot. John Place covers up as I lost sight of the puck there. The face-off will be just to John Place's right with 46 seconds to go in the first period. A good first period here. 5 goals in all.
Okay, on the scoring on that, Lily got the goal, and the assist went to Adam Perry, his second of the night, and to Mark Blanchard, also from Brattleboro.
So as I said, Brattleboro has come to play tonight. A little disappointed off the loss, and they want to show that they belong here.
For sure. And they took the 3-hour trip up here to get to do it.
We could have come 3 hours. We're going to play well. The Harris Conference trying to get it cleared out. They do. There's Cryans. Can't quite get to the puck before the Austin Conference takes over. Number 12, there, Josh Worley across the blue line, but we have an offsides on the play with 18 seconds to go in the period.
Well, you know, talking about the Brattleboro program, 2 years ago it was basically a club-level program down in Brattleboro, and they entered the Vermont Hockey League a year ago, and they've been to the playoffs both years. They were in the semis last year, and I believe it was the semis that they lost. Yes, they lost in the semis, and then they made it to the finals this year. Doug Lilly's done a tremendous job with that program down in Brattleboro.
And I would think it being in Brattleboro, it's kind of tough because you really got to do a lot of traveling.
Yeah, the closest team would be Hartford, and they're Division III. Brattleboro's Division II, so you don't play Hartford maybe more than once. So yeah, it is a lot of traveling. And for the teams up here to go down there, it's a lot of traveling.
Get a lot of frequent flyer miles on those. So at the end of one period of play, we have a 3-2 game. The Austin Conference leading it over the Harris Conference, and a pretty good first period.
Very good first period, and look for more goals to be scored. The most goals that have ever been scored were, I believe it was 16 goals back in 1989 when the Austin beat the Harris 12-4. The biggest margin of victory was 12-2 in 1990 when the Harris beat the Austin. So
Scott showcasing his calculation abilities there, doing some quick calculations. And so we will take a quick break now with the Austin Conference leading this game 3-2. We'll be back in a short time. The second period of action here at the 11th annual Vermont High School Hockey Rotary All-Star Classic. It's the Austin Conference leading this one 3-2 after one period of play. The team's just getting ready to come out on the ice. And what do we expect here in the second period?
Well, I think the Austin Conference is right now the better team, looking at the score sheet. I think it's a luck for the Harris to get their second goal. It was a power play goal. They're 1 for 1 on the power play. Austin is 0 for 1 on the power play. So they're not so good on the power play, but I think right now, looking at them after watching that first period, the Austin has the better team.
Right now, though, it has been a bit of a seesaw game, even if the Austin team has been better, the Harris team has been able to come back on each goal that the Austin Conference has had. The Austins went up 1-0. It was tied up at 1. They went up 2-1, tied up at 2, and now it's 3-2. So we'll have to see if the Harris Conference can once again get back into it like that.
That's right, and we were looking during our little break there. The Harris Conference has won the last 4 game. So,
So as I said, the Austin Conference is looking for a little bit of redemption. Even if these players don't even know what the records are, they're still looking for some redemption.
that's right. And I think what we're going to see here in the second period, the second 20-minute period, is about halfway through. You're going to see the goalies are going to be changed. Both teams have 2 goalies. And the coaches are real good about making sure that the goalies get equal playing time in this game.
Dennis Corey from Milton will come on and replace John Place. And Jason Dumont, the goalie for the Division II state champion South Burlington, will come on and replace Kevin Thomas.
One thing coming up at the end of the game, Damon, is our annual Adelphia Cable MVP Award. We'll have be picking an MVP from both the Austin and the Harris Conference. And Mr. Phil Hughes, the regional vice president for Adelphia Cable, is on hand this evening, and I believe Phil's going to be making the presentation down on the ice, and that's always a big award, you know, for these players. You know, you're in your final high school hockey game, and you get named the MVP, and that means a lot.
It's a really nice way to end your high school career. And last year, a player from Brattleboro won the MVP, and right now it looks like the Brattleboro connection has been coming through. They definitely are on the list of candidates.
Definitely on the list of candidates. They want to follow in the footsteps of Jeff Topping, the winner a year ago, and right now they got a good shot at it, both Eugene Frost and Luke Lilly.
Yes, Eugene Frost with 2 goals in the first period, and Luke Lilly with a goal and an assist. And another Brattleboro player, Mark Blanchard, had an assist on one of the goals as well. There's the face-off starting the second period, and the Harris Conference gains control. Number 7, Mike McCaffrey over the blue line, sends it behind the net. The Austin Conference gets cleared back out. There's Jason Knight chasing after the puck with Aaron Gates. Gates gets to it first. The 2 battle for the puck in the corner. There's Gagne behind the net. Number 2, Levabrew checks Garceau off the puck. Knight checked off the puck also in the corner. The Austin Conference battling with themselves a little bit there, and Levabrew picks it up for Rice. Looking for somebody in front. He finally decides to go back to the point to number 14, Heinz, into McCaffrey. He sends it in front, and nobody there. The Austin Conference clears it out. Here's Aaron Gates picking it up at the red line. He crosses the blue line. In around number 13, Eric Gordon, and the save from Kevin Thomas, and I think we're going to have a penalty on that one. Aaron Gates, a really nice burst of speed to get in around Eric Gordon, the defenseman from Spalding.
Yeah, it's very good. It is a hooking penalty. I saw the referee's indication, and it's going to go against Eric Gordon.
Looked like
Spalding.
Gordon kind of fell down, and to try and keep Gates from getting in, he hooked him.
So, and so far, the Harris 1-for-1 on that power play.
And the power play is a rare thing in this game. All-star games, you don't usually have a lot of power plays, but we've had 2 power plays and 2 power play goals in this game.
We've had 1 power play goal.
1 power play goal.
Yes.
I must have been dreaming or something.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's what the
that's
score.
another game I'm doing right now.
That's what the score sheet says.
Okay. The Harris Conference gains control of the puck in the neutral zone. Matt Clark clears it in behind the Austin Conference net. Matt Morris set there to pick it up. He sends it into the corner to Morse. Checked there by James Smith. He gets it cleared out, but no, he doesn't get. Yes, he does get it cleared out there. Matt Clark. He sends it across ice. Aaron Gates now picks it up. He crosses the red line, maneuvers over to his right. Morse, he can't keep it in though. The Harris Conference makes some quick changes. Shane Burt dumps it in. Austin trying to get it cleared out, but can't. There's Mike Bay in the corner, battling for the puck. And finally, the Austin Conference player gets it cleared out. There's number 15, Eugene Frost. John Place clears the puck. Mike Bay picks the puck up across the red line. A burst of speed, the wrist shot, save from Kevin Thomas. Number 20, Scott Nichols, over to number 10, Pat Williams. He loses control of the puck, and there is Luke Lilly, that's Eugene Frost. I'm having a little trouble keeping Luke Lilly and Eugene Frost.
Well, one's numbered 15
separate.
and one's numbered 16. And
it's hard to see that little line there in their jersey.
And we should apologize to our viewers. You know, these players only have one number on their uniform, and you know, we're doing the best we can as far as you know, who's got the puck. So
Shane Burt, a nice little check there. John Bell sends one high off the stick of the Harris Conference player and over the glass into the net behind John Place.
And by the way, the power play is over.
The power play is over. And we'll have a face-off just inside the Harris Conference zone. One quick update here. UVM and Brown are tied at 1, I believe, in the second period in Game 3 and deciding of that big ECAC clash between those two schools.
And of course, that's for our viewers watching this game live, as we are airing this game live in the Burlington system, and our other viewers are seeing it on tape delay.
A very good point. So if you're watching on tape delay, no, that's not the score. Okay, the Harris Conference trying to get it cleared out. And they will get it cleared out here. Crossed the Levabrew over to Jeremy Wright. He sends it into the corner. Austin Conference coming back the other way. They can't get it out, though, as Baron Domi keeps it in. Finally, the Austin Conference comes back the other way. Number 17, Michel DuPont, gets around his man but loses the puck. The Harris Conference having a little trouble getting it cleared over, and here comes Michel DuPont again. He can't get around his man, though, and coming back the other way is the Harris Conference. And then coming back the other way is the Austin Conference. A nice effort from 19, Jason Knight, getting the pass over, and then the save from John Place there. A couple interceptions there, going back and forth there.
Good back and forth movement on both teams. It's early here in the second period, and you know, you do get a chance to cool down a little bit, and just trying to get the passes down again. You know, you're not used to playing with these guys. When you have your own teammates, you know where they're going to be.
Exactly. I was going to say number 21, Keith LaCroix, had the nice interception, and then right back the other way was Jason Knight intercepting it for the Austin Conference on that play. Back to live action here. There's Aaron Gates across the red line for the Harris Conference. A nice burst of speed. He loses control of the puck, though. Here comes the Austin Conference back the other way. Number 19, Jason Knight. Or number 18, Higgs, that was. There's Gordon across the blue line. He goes around Gates. He clears it in front, but Knight couldn't catch up to the puck. Higgs can't get a good shot off, and Matt Morris set back the other way across the red line. Gordon gets back in time, though. Matt Clark, the shot saved from Kevin Thomas. And another save from Thomas there. Matt Morissette back to the point to Heinz. He sends it in, but wide. Keeping it in, Aaron Gates. A nice little burst of action here for the Harris Conference. A little pressure here. Matt Morissette in front, can't get around his man. I've seen him do that before, though. He has the ability. Higgs gets it cleared out off the boards to Knight, who dumps it in. John Place collects it in his glove, and he dumps it down to Aaron Gates. He sends a little pass in front, a little bit dangerous there, but the Harris Conference does get it cleared out. Coming back the other way, Austin Conference dumps it in behind the net. Aaron Gates there to pick it up over to Cam Cryans, but he can't collect it. There's number 16, Luke Lilly with the shot. John Place the save with the stick. The Harris Conference picks the puck up in their corner and gets it cleared into the neutral zone. There's Mike Bay, he can't get control. Number 5, Adam Perry to Luke Lilly. John Place gets the glove on it, and he will keep a hold on it and have a face-off just to his left.
Well, Adam Perry, who had an assist, involved with that. Also, Luke Lilly took a couple shots there on John Place. He's got an assist and a goal tonight. The puck's just going back to these same guys that are scoring.
It has a tendency to do that. It's kind of like a magnet, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Certain players have that magnetic capability.
Magnetism.
Magnetism. Shane Burt picks it up for the Harris Conference. He clears it out. Tried to get it to Levabrew, I believe, but he couldn't collect it in there. Bell gets it cleared out. Shane Burt back the other way, dumps it off the boards and into the corner. Bell. Oh, neither Perry or Lilly could collect it. There is Lilly in front to Golden, or Josh Worley. John Place, a nice poke check into the corner, and the Harris Conference gets it cleared out. John Bell behind his net. Up the boards to Larry Golden. He flips the pass to number 17, Michelle DuPont. In front to Worley, who couldn't quite put it in on John Place. A nice little play there from DuPont and Worley.
Good defensive block there by number 21, Keith LaCroix from CVU. He put himself right in front of the puck, point blank range.
Goalies like that in a defenseman.
That's what defensemen are for.
That's right. Golden, and John Place gets a glove on it for the save. 12:22 to go here in the second period, and it's still a one-goal game. The Austin Conference leading at 3-2. We will have a face-off just to John Place's right. And as we mentioned earlier, it is getting close to that 10-minute mark, so the goalies have to get all their good saves in now. They won't have much more opportunity.
That's right. They'll probably change around the 10-minute mark and put the new goalies in and give these guys a rest.
Me, I would be saying, let's get some more shots here. Matt Morissette couldn't quite get in around his man.
And one thing we also should look at, that'll change the complexion of the hockey game too, because you've got two fresh goalies coming in.
That's true. It could, they'll be fresh, but they'll also be a little bit cold.
That's right.
So we don't know how it will change the outcome.
One thing we ought to also say while we're on the air this evening is basketball season is also wrapped up, and I want to congratulate Spalding on their state championship after 30 years being a graduate of Spalding. And I also want to say congratulations to Burlington High School. They did a fine job knocking off number 1 Essex to make it into the finals.
Burlington being my alma mater.
I had to say that to keep in Damon's good graces too. So, both teams did a great job, and I was very happy for both of them.
Sean Morris checked off the puck there. The Austin Conference gains control of the puck. They can't quite get it cleared out. Finally, they get it cleared out now. Across the red line is Frost. He can't quite get around the Harris Conference player there, though. Eric Gordon over to Higgs. Higgs back to Gordon.
Two line mates there.
Two line mates. Harris gains control in their own zone. Off the boards. Mike May picks it up at his own blue line. Can't quite keep control of it, though. Finally, Cam Cryans picks it up. It's a slap shot way high over the shoulder of Thomas. Here comes Cryans again across the red line. Over to number 20, Scott Nichols, but we have an offsides on the play. 10:39 to go. It's still 3-2 here in the second period. The Austin Conference leading this 11th annual Vermont High School Hockey All-Star Rotary Classic. There's a lot to say there, so if I say it a couple different ways each time, please excuse me. I'll probably have about 10,000 combinations before the night's over.
But one thing that's interesting I see Mark Toof and Mark Young doing for the Austin Conference is Luke Lilly plays defense for Brattleboro. He's a forward in this game.
That's a very interesting point. So the coach is getting a little coaching in this game, making a few different selections there, making their night interesting. Golden picks up the puck in behind the net.
To his line mate.
James Smith, and James Smith sends a slap shot in to make it 3-2. Just inside the net there, 4-2, as my partner indicates to me. With 9:56 to go, so John Place gives up the goal on the last shot of the game, for him in the game. And so the Austin Conference takes a 2-goal advantage here, and we will now have the goalie changes.
Yes, James Smith, as I said, did a great job with South Burlington in the playoffs, and I was impressed with him in the semis.
The 2 goalies coming on now for the Harris Conference will be Dennis Corey. He replaces John Place. Dennis Corey is from Milton. And for the Austin Conference, Jason Dumont from South Burlington. He replaces Kevin Thomas. And the 2 teams will give the goalies a little warm-up session.
Just to go over the scoring on that, this is really interesting. We talk about line mates and everything. Smith scored the goal. He got getting the assist was Larry Golden from St. Johnsbury and his line mate, Michelle DuPont.
These teammates, this is why they team them up together. They work well together, as we can see. Just about every goal we've had some kind of a teammate connection, whether it be the Brattleboro connection, the St. Johnsbury connection, the Rice connection.
That's right, 9:56 to go here in the second period. They're warming the new goalies up. And I had heard the rink announcer here announcing during the play before we got to this break that they would be changing at 10 minutes. So this was a scheduled change, you know.
Yes.
So one team didn't keep their goalie in for 2 periods and then put the other guy in for 1, and the other,
we'll forgive them for missing by 4 seconds.
Okay, yeah. I think that's acceptable.
And being a goalie that's coming in now in the middle of the game, what can we expect from them?
Well, they've gotten, a minute and a half or so of warm-ups. Like you said, they could be cold, but they're fresh. They haven't played in the game at all, so their endurance could be better. I expect probably we're going to see some good saves.
I'll give you my perspective, being a goalie myself. When I did have to come in, when I did have a 2-goalie situation and you knew that you were only going to be half the game, I like to play the second half. I like to be in when the game was on the line at the end of the game.
Okay. Under pressure.
I like that pressure. I enjoyed that.
I'd like to compliment our production crew tonight. They're doing a fantastic job, as always.
As always. And we are now back underway again. 9:50 to go in the second period. Mike Bay for the Harris Conference streaking in, trying to give the goalie some early excitement there. Number 14, Heinz, collects the puck in for the Harris Conference. Around behind his net. Off the boards. Here's number 20, Scott Nichols. He had Bay streaking on his left, but didn't find him. Coming back the other way is Gagne. He's checked there by Gates. Keeping it in is the Austin Conference. A nice check there from Aaron Gates. And we'll have an icing on the play. 9:04 to go. It's the Austin Conference leading by 2 goals, 4-2. And as I just said, Aaron Gates showing a little muscle there.
Aaron Gates, of the 4 players picked from Essex for this team, I would rate him as the number 1 player from the Essex Hornets tonight, and just for that type of play. He's always been that way.
Yeah, he's a good skater, and he's got some good strength, really able to hit very hard. Leverbrew gets it cleared out to right. He handles in, but loses control. The Austin Conference back the other way. It's Luke Lilly, the slap shot, in, giving Corey a little bit of trouble there. And it looks like Corey's having a little trouble with his skate, too, as the puck gets cleared out. The puck in the neutral zone. The Harris Conference, there's Mike McCaffrey across the blue line. Coming back the other way is number 5, Adam Perry. Luke Lilly can't keep control, and he'll get changed up there. Adam Perry checks in on the puck. The two teams battle for the puck. The puck comes up in the air, and there's Golden getting it cleared back to the point. Number 15, Eugene Frost. Back to Gordon. He sends one in to Perry. Perry with an opportunity, saved by Corey. Higgs can't control the puck. He has to regroup and does get it cleared into the corner. Puck comes out to Gordon, the slap shot. Whoa, just over the crossbar on that one. The Austin Conference with a nice bit of pressure here. And finally, the Harris Conference will just send it down the other way, right on the net though, so it's not going to be an icing. Here's number 7, DuPont, and Corey out to make the save there. Dennis Corey doing a good job there. I noticed he had a little trouble with his skate, I think, which was causing him some trouble, but he was able to fix that, and he's made a couple nice saves there.
Yes, he did. When you mentioned that, I watched him as the play went down to the other end, and he was pulling, it looked like he was pulling ice or something out from underneath his skate. I'm not sure what it was, if something, you know, a chip of ice got caught in there or what, you know how goalies are.
Corey with a save. The puck goes off the side of the net there. Corey continues to be impressive.
You know how goalies are. They scrub up in front of the net and things like that. You ruin that nice ice.
Well, that's our job.
Okay.
That's what we do. Morse sends one in, and Dumont gets a glove on that one. He'll hold things up, tie things up, and we'll have a face-off just to his left.
Of course, Jason Dumont is representing the Division II champion South Burlington Rebels. And he did a good job in that championship game. Real good job.
We'll have the face-off here. Matt Clark wins it to Morse. He sends it in front, and there's Dumont collecting it in again. It's 4-2 here with 7:01 to go in the second period. The Austin Conference with a 2-goal advantage right now.
We have a pretty good crowd here this evening. A lot of high school kids here to watch these teams play, and I also saw some high school coaches here.
2 coaches from Rice.
George Hagan and Bill Ramos.
Head coach and assistant. Showing some good attendance. And that's one thing, I was a little disappointed this year. The attendance was kind of low at some games this year. So it's good to see some fans turning out for this one.
That's great to see them, and especially the coaching staff, you know, because their season ends at that final game. And they don't have to be here, but they are.
And I think it really is good for the players to have their coaches here showing their support, showing that they really do care about them.
That's right. And George Hagan and Bill Ramos are 2 of the finest people I've ever met in high school sports in the state of Vermont. And yeah, it's not surprising to see them at this game.
And of course, George's son Brett played goalie for Rice.
Yes, and then he went up to Canada after he graduated, and now he's, of all places, in Alabama playing hockey.
Alabama.
Huntsville. University of Alabama, Huntsville.
The game is going south.
The game is going south. Well, we have 2 professional teams in Florida.
Miami has, of course, the Florida Panthers and, of course, the Tampa Bay Lightning.
And the Panthers aren't doing too bad for a new team.
The Panthers are only a point out of the playoff race right now, and actually the Tampa Bay Lightning are only 8 points behind. So the Florida connection, our connection theme continues.
And
neither team would be in the playoffs, but both are very close, and we've still got about 20 games left in the NHL season.
Mr. Aletta was just over to talk to Mark Toof one of the Austin Conference coaches. So I'm not sure what that was in regard to. Maybe why the face-off ended up where it was.
Or maybe they're making plans for tonight's dinner. There's Luke Lilly, a nice play to get around the Harris Conference player. Hines checks Lilly hard into the corner, and he's down, but looks like he's okay. Aaron Gates picks up the puck. He clears it out for the Harris Conference. Up to number 20, Nichols. Across the blue line. He stops in. He's checked there by number 20, James Smith. Mike Bay picks it up. He sends it behind the net. Aaron Gates keeps it in off the boards to Nichols, over to Bay, over to Cryans, and almost a nice play there. Nichols, he loses control, and the Austin Conference finally sends it down the other way. Corey out to collect it. He sends it off the boards. Cryans loses it. The Austin Conference coming back the other way. Number 11, Larry Golden, falling down there. Nichols in deep in the Harris Conference zone, sends it in front. Mike Bay couldn't quite put that one in. Here comes the Austin Conference in the neutral zone. They lose control. Aaron Gates picks it up at center ice. He skates in to the right, and I think we may have an offsides on that play.
And by the way, the Harris Conference is on the power. The Harris Conference is on the power play.
22 seconds to go in that one to number 19 of the Austin Conference, Jason Knight from the BFA St. Albans.
To be honest, I missed that one.
I did too. Leverbrew dumps the puck in. John Bell checks McCaffrey hard in the corner. John Bell continues to take his players down. Leverbrew fans on the backhand. Finally, Bell gets it cleared out here. Here comes number 17, Michelle DuPont. Over to Worley, who couldn't control the puck. There's McCaffrey, backhand over. There's McCaffrey off the glove of Dumont. McCaffrey in front can't get the puck. John Bell clears it out, a nice defensive play. The Austin Conference gets it cleared out. Coming back the other way, it's Leverbrew. Hands it off to number 15, Matt Clark. He stick handles around and loses it. Matt Morissette picks it up. Gordon, Morissette gets by two players who couldn't quite hold Morissette there. The Austin Conference trying to get it cleared out. They do. Williams sends it back in. Williams, number 10 from North Country High School. Joe Garceau off the boards, couldn't find Jason Knight, his teammate from BFA. Eric Gordon going after the puck. He'll go behind the net with Clark chasing after him. John Bell clears it off the boards. There's Pat Williams for North Country to Morissette. Sandwiched in between the two Austin Conference players. And we'll have an icing as the Austin Conference sends it down. Corey goes and collects the puck and hands it off to the official. We'll have a face-off just to the left of Jason Dumont. It's 4-2 here with 2:25 to go in the second period. The Austin Conference holding a 2-goal advantage.
In the Austin Conference, the only team to have scored here in the second period, and they've scored once.
1 goal in the period. The offense not coming out in this period, obviously, as it did in the first period. Here comes Eugene Frost. He can't get around the 3 Harris Conference players. Mike Bay showing a great burst of speed there. He tried to clear it in front there. they couldn't quite put it in. Corey was coming out there. It looked like he lost his footing there, but the puck goes in behind the net into the corner. The two teams battle. The Austin Conference sends it off the boards, out of the zone. Mike Bay sends it in. There's Luke Lilly over to teammate Frost. Checked by Domi.
Well, that's one way to stop Frost, is double team him.
Double. Mike Bay in around Joe Strauss. He sends it back to Nichols. Over to Leverbrew, but he couldn't put it in. Mike Bay collects it at the neutral zone. He'll change up, and McCaffrey chases after the puck. Picking it up, number 20, James Smith. He gets it up to number 12, Josh Worley. Golden can't quite catch up. Oh, number 12, Josh Worley, an opportunity as Corey couldn't quite clear the puck very well, and Worley had a open net, but he sent it wide.
Oh, tough break. Good rush there by the Austin Conference, and hey, that's all part of the game. You know, it's all the shots that get misdirected or just missed. Imagine what kind of scores we'd have.
It's amazing. You can really put together a good video just showing all the missed opportunities.
Well, I'll give you an example of some of the shots that you don't think are going to go anywhere. In the Rice versus Spalding championship game, there was a goal. I didn't even realize that it was a goal until it was already in, but it went off of, I think, a Spalding player.
That reminds me, there's a save from Corey, and another save. He gets it covered up. Speaking of pucks going in off of the opposing player, last night in the Montreal Canadiens-Philadelphia Flyer game, the Canadians scored a goal putting it off the Philadelphia player. So it's strange little things happen in this game, and the puck goes into the net.
That's right. Our last Norwich game this year, one of the defensemen for the Cadets was passing the puck behind his own net, and it went in.
Leverbrew, save from Dumont. There's number 18, Higgs, battling for the puck, and there's the buzzer signifying the end of the second period. The Austin Conference holding a 2-goal advantage, lead this one 4-2 over the Harris Conference. And a pretty good period there, not as high scoring as the first period though.
Only one goal scored, that by the Austin Conference, by number 20, James Smith from South Burlington. The Harris had 2 power plays. They were 0 for 2 on the power plays. They were 1 for 3 for the game. Austin Conference didn't have any power plays, so they're still 0 for 1 in the game.
I thought that the goalie for the Harris Conference, Dennis Corey, came in and did a good job, made a couple nice saves.
He sure did, and also you got to give a tip of the hat to Jason Dumont for the Austin Conference.
Both goalies
they're doing their job,
coming in cold and doing a good job. And so that brings us to the end of the second period of play. It's 4-2, the Austin Conference leading the Harris Conference, and we'll be back after these brief. Oh, and welcome back to the third period of action here at the 11th Annual Vermont High School Hockey Rotary All-Star Classic. The Austin Conference leading at 4-2 here after 2 periods of play. As we get ready for the start of the third period, the two teams skating around. And a pretty good game here so far tonight, Scott.
So far, yeah, it's been pretty good. Both teams out on the ice, moving the puck back and forth. I think there's something like 35 saves or something like that for
the Harris Conference, okay, I believe, yeah. Including 13 from Dennis Corey in 10 minutes of play.
That shows the Austin Conference is taking a lot of shots. And it's 4-2 in favor of the Austin Conference.
Well, the equation is working out here.
Once again, I want to remind everybody that we do have the Adelphia Cable MVP Award coming up tonight. at the end of the game, and that'll be presented by Phil Hughes, Regional Vice President of Adelphia Communications. And one player from each team will be named MVP. It's going to be a tough pick for us.
It will be tough. We will do our work. We'll put it into the computer and see what comes out.
See what it spits out.
Of course, the Brattleboro connection, as we have been mentioning, Luke Lilly, Eugene Frost have been playing very strong tonight. Aaron Gates looking impressive for the Harris Conference, along with Mike Bay and Matt Morissette, and Scott Nichols also having a good game.
Scott Nichols also. John Place, you got to count him into that group too. He was a goalie for a period and a half.
Did let in 3 goals, but as we said, the Austin Conference has been putting on a lot of offense, so.
That's true. To go over the scoring, the first period, the Austin got on the board first with Eugene Frost getting an assist from Luke Lilly, his line mate, and Eric Gordon. Then the Harris tied it up on an unassisted goal by Mike Bay. Austin came back, another Frost goal, this time assisted by Adam Perry. Harris comes right back, ties it up. Scott Nichols getting the goal with an assist by Ben Heintzat on the power play. That tied it at 2. Then the Austin went ahead 3-2 when Luke Lilly got a goal, assisted by Adam Perry and Mark Blanchard, also from Brattleboro. And then that ended the scoring for the first period. In the second period, 1 goal was scored, that by the Austin Conference. James Smith from South Burlington getting the goal with an assist by line mates Larry Golden and Michelle DuPont from St. Johnsbury.
And that's good timing. Brings us right to the face-off here for the start of the 3rd period.
Then it should be a dandy.
The puck is dropped, and we're underway. Matt Morissette off the boards. Matt Clark can't catch up to it. Here's Jason Knight working his way in. The Austin Conference can't keep it in. Gagne off the boards. Shane Burt from Colchester picks it up. Over to Morse. He can't collect it in, but there's number 15, Matt Clark, to Matt Morissette. Slap shot off the legs and goes wide. Clark sends it in into the corner. Shane Burt comes in, gets the puck in the corner, clears it in front, but nobody there for the Harris Conference. Here comes the Austin Conference, having a little trouble getting it cleared out. A little sloppy passing. Finally, they do get it cleared. Shane Burt puts it right back in, though. The Austin Conference, number 18, Higgs, sent the slap shot off his teammate's skate. Eric Gordon make a nice little dipsy-do and in gets the shot off, but wide. Coming back the other way, the Harris Conference can't get it going, and the puck is dumped down into the Harris Conference zone. There's James Smith to number 5, Adam Perry, dumped down by the other number 5, Shane Burt. Mike Bay across the blue line, a wrister, save from Dumont. John Bell. The pass gets away from his teammate, and the Harris Conference keeps it in. There's James Smith behind, checked by Mike Bay, checked off the puck. Mike Bay picks it up. He sends it back into the corner, but the Austin Conference will get it cleared out. Number 5, Adam Perry off the boards. And Domi. Number 15, Eugene Frost, the shot. And the puck will go all the way down into the Austin Conference zone for an icing. 17:49 to go in the 3rd period. And you got to wonder, at this point in a normal high school hockey game, the game would just be about over for these players. I wonder if they're getting maybe a little bit tired.
Well, they are playing 20-minute periods in this game, and they could very well be getting tired.
The face-off. Baron Domi behind the net, sends it in front of his own net. Larry Golden there had a nice opportunity, couldn't do anything with it. The Austin Conference gets it cleared out. Number 12, Josh Worley, he loses the puck in the neutral zone. Leva Brew over to Number 7, McCaffrey. Joe Strauss can't get it cleared. Leverbrue in front. Finally, Worley gets it cleared out. He's chasing the puck with Domi. Domi, a nice little poke check. Good defensive play from the Missisquoi defenseman. Number 21, Keith LaCroix, up the boards to Leverbrue, but he can't handle the puck. Garceau keeps it in. Austin Conference can't keep it in the zone, and Joe Strauss picks it up. The defenseman from Burlington, the Seahorses. He gives it off to number 9, Joe Garceau, off the boards and into the corner as the Austin Conference makes some changes. Coming back the other way, it's number 21, LaCroix from CVU. Number 15, Matt Clark. Matt Morissette picks it up around a couple players. Finally, Garceau gets it cleared out of the front of the net. And there's a goal from, no, maybe not. I thought it went in, Matt Morissette, but I guess the puck did not cross the goal line. The players kind of gave the indication that it had gone in, but the officials said no goal, and the play continues.
Well, Sean Morse sent it over to Matt Morissette, who was right in front of the net, and he took the shot. The referee right on top of it.
It was a beautiful pass from Sean Morse from Harwood. Puck comes out to Heinz at the point. He sends it wide. Aaron Gates can't quite get a hand on it. And here comes number 19, Jason Knight. The slap shot. Hard one, but Corey gets just a bit of a glove on that one, and the puck dribbles off to the side. Coming back the other way, it's Mike Bay. Over to Gates, back to Bay, checked there by Eugene Frost as the Austin Conference gets it cleared out. Heinz sends it back in. Heinz again collects it in the neutral zone off the boards to Cryans. He can't find Mike Bay, but here comes Cryans now across the blue line. Pat Williams from North Country can't keep it in, and here comes Luke Lilly. Oh, that was a nice effort there from Luke Lilly. He couldn't quite get it under the foot of the Harris Conference defenseman. Mike Bay back the other way, in around, trying to work his pass in front to number 20, Nichols. He can't get a shot away, and here comes the Austin Conference back the other way. It's Eugene Frost. Slapper in. Corey sends it aside. Leverbrue pricks it up in the neutral zone. Across the blue line, stops. The pass in front gets away from the Harris Conference player. And here comes Bell back the other way, checked hard.
That was a hard check, Damon.
And that's very impressive because Bell being such a big player. And there's Corey with a nice save as he collects the puck in between his two pads. On an effort there from Larry Golden, the forward from St. Johnsbury.
We were talking about Bell. He got nailed hard right in front of us, and he didn't get right back up. And Bell's a big kid, good player for South Burlington.
It's hard to take him down, I tell you. It's a big player, so that's a very impressive check there.
And apparently he's all right. He's still out on the ice.
Number 11, Golden, sends the puck over to the other side. The Harris Conference gets it cleared out. Smith to Bell, back to Smith, the teammates. Baron Domi deflects the puck into the Harris Conference bench. And once again, the coaches have to be aware.
It's a dangerous place in a hockey rink. I was in Portland, Maine a couple years ago, and I went to a Maine Mariners game, which they were part of the Bruins system. They're now in Providence. And they announced at the Cumberland County Civic Center that hockey's a dangerous sport. If you don't feel safe, you can leave and they'll give you your money back.
The Austin Conference dumps the puck into the zone. There's Gagne. He can't catch up to the puck as Corey clears it away. Higgs chases after the puck. Over to Joe Strauss. He can't get the puck. And Matt Morris had a nice little spinorama, but couldn't control the puck. Domi. Here comes the St. Albans connection. Knight over to Garceau, to Gagne. Here comes Matt Clark the other way, a one-on-one with Joe Strauss. And Clark can't get around his man. He does finally get around, and the net will be hit off the moorings. And we'll have a face-off as the Austin Conference leads this one 4-2.
That was a hard hit, and I don't mean the body's hitting. When they hit that net, you can hear the smack up here, the helmet's hitting the post.
It's interesting that you say that. In olden days, hockey nets used to have a nice little peg that was planted firmly into the ice, and when you went into the post, it was quite dangerous, actually. Now
but the net didn't come off as much.
No, it did not come off at all, and that's why it was very dangerous.
That was back when goalies didn't wear helmets and masks, too.
Nichols, save by Dumont. Oh, a hard hit from...
Penalty coming up.
We got a penalty. I believe that was Eugene Frost with the hard hit there.
Luke
And it
Lilly
looks
also
like
in there.
He is going to get the penalty as he comes our way and headed to the penalty box. It is, in fact, number 15, Eugene Frost from Brattleboro. And so the Harris Conference will have a power play opportunity with 12:13 to go in the third period. They're down by 2 goals and need to get something going here.
Well, we'll see how they were able to do on this power play. The Harris Conference 1 for 3 on the power play throughout the game.
Cam Cryans, Mike Bay, and Nichols on, along with Aaron Gates and Heinz. Ben Heinz from Mount Mansfield. Gates up to Mike Bay. The wrister wide. Heinz keeps it in at the blue line. To Cryans, to Bay. Bay to Cryans. Save from Dumont. Back the other way, the Austin Conference here. It's number 13, Eric Gordon. The Austin Conference, nice check there from Nichols, I believe. And here's Heinz trying to find Nichols, but the puck deflects and goes into the corner. Gordon, there's Cam Cryans to pick it up. And the Austin Conference sends it back down the other way. 1 minute to go in the power play. The Harris Conference down by 2 goals. Here, Leverbrew across the red line. Across the blue line, checked hard. Jeremy Wright picks it up. He's checked hard by Higgs. Heinz with a shot in, just a piece of it, I think, that Dumont got with his pad. Heinz, a deflection, goes in a couple different directions, and the puck does stay out of the net, though. Dumont continues to keep the puck out of the net.
Great penalty killing by the Austin Conference.
Number 20, James Smith gets it cleared down the other zone. 10:33 to go in the period. 18 seconds to go in the power play. Leverbrew can't catch up to the puck as he swiped at it. Here comes Luke Lilly, Larry Golden back to Lilly. Lilly falls down but gets the puck in front to Golden. He can't find the net though. A nice play there from Luke Lilly, falling down but still manages to get the puck across to Golden.
We're back even now.
And here comes Eugene Frost out of the penalty box and trying to make something happen. Finally, the Harris Conference gets it cleared out. 9:54 to go in the third period. The Austin Conference did a nice job of killing off that penalty. James Smith, the slap shot in. Easy save for Corey. In the corner, Garceau checked hard by Gates. Gagne trying to find the puck. The puck is in behind the net. The teams battle. And finally, coming out from the battle is Aaron Gates. He crosses the red line over to Morris. A nice play. Morris, and he scores right over the left shoulder of Dumont. A great pass there from Gates, finding Morris, streaking up on the right side, and Morris with a great little shot, lifting it high into the corner over the shoulder of Dumont.
Sean Morris doing what he did for the Harwood Highlanders all season long, coming up with the big goals. That brings the Harris Conference to within 1 of tying this game up with the Austin Conference. And Aaron Gates, what can you say about him?
A beautiful look on that one. Good skating, and had his head up and was able to find Morris streaking up the other zone. Here's Eugene Frost in with a nice effort. Corey there to make the save. So folks, don't go away. We got a good one here. Morris again trying to coming out far as Dumont. He gets it cleared out. Number 5, Perry sends it in to the other number 5, Shane Burt. And back to the other number 5, Perry again.
5-5.
5-5. Here's Mike Bay streaking in around number 10, Williams. Tried to find teammate, I believe, Cam Cryans, but couldn't get it to him. Bay trying to clear it out off the boards, but the Austin Conference keeps it in. There's Corey getting a glove on the puck as it jumped up in front of him there, and he will hold on to it with 8:17 to go in the third period. It's a 1-goal game. The Austin Conference leading this one 4-3.
Dennis Corey coming up with a big save there for Milton. The Harris Conference has battled back to within 1 goal of tying this thing, and right now it's big, a lot of pressure on these goaltenders.
Yes, and here we go again. It's number 20, Nichols to Bay. Save from Dumont. Nichols in front to Bay. Bay was streaking in front. Nichols trying to find Cryans. Bay collects the puck. He loses it in the neutral zone. Larry Golden checking Cryans off the puck hard. There's number 17, Michelle DuPont in the corner. The Harris Conference picks it up. Mike Bay trying to find the puck. Finally, coming out the other way is number 21, LaCroix. Save from Dumont with the stick. Clears it aside. Number 20, Nichols with an opportunity in front. Here's Garceau. Oh, nice effort there. We're going to have a penalty to the Harris Conference with 7:12 to go in the third period. Looks like it's going to be against
21.
Number 21, Keith LaCroix from CVU. He was kind of forced to take that penalty, or else the Austin Conference player would have gotten around him and gotten in on a breakaway, may have even set up a 2-on-0.
Could very well have. It was again, a desperation move. It's like we were talking earlier about icing it. That was desperation. Take the man out any way you can. Maybe the ref will see it, maybe he won't. He did.
He did, and he paid for it. Aaron Gates goes in behind his own net, circles in front of his net, and loses the puck. The Harris Conference does get it cleared out finally there. Luke Lilly circling at the center ice over to number 17, DuPont. Back to Smith, over to Knight. Slap shot saved by Corey. Corey gets the glove on that one and keeps the puck out of the net to keep the Harris Conference within 1 goal here. The Austin Conference, a good little bit of pressure there, as they do have the power play right now with 6:27 to go, 1:15 to go in the power play.
Well, they're doing what they have to do right now as far as the Austin Conference is. They're keeping the pressure on the Harris Conference.
The Austin Conference, number 16, Luke Lilly, goes around a couple players there nicely. Luke Lilly into the zone at the point. Knight gives it to DuPont. DuPont to number 20, Smith. Finally, the Harris Conference gets it cleared out. There's Luke Lilly again. To Knight, he sends it in behind, around the boards. It comes out to Smith. Over to Lilly, to Knight. Oh, he can't get it between the two players. And the Harris Conference gets it cleared out. Austin Conference sends it in back behind the net. Lilly does a nice job of keeping it in for the Austin Conference there. Finally, the Harris Conference gets it cleared out. Matt Clark can't catch up to James Smith. Smith gets it up to Eugene Frost, to number 17, DuPont. Has Knight on the other side, but can't find him. Here comes Clark with a Morris with a breakaway opportunity. He comes in around, can't get around the goalie, Dumont. And big save there from Dumont to keep this game a 1-goal advantage for the Austin Conference with 4:51 to go in the 3rd period. Matt Clark collects the puck. He sends it in front. The puck comes to the point to Morse. He sends one way high. John Bell clears it out. Morse picks it up at the red line. Puck goes off a leg. Larry Golden. There's Matt Clark picking it up for the Harris Conference. Over to Nichols. He's checked by Gagne. Higgs picks it up. He has Golding. Golding can't handle that one. Goes all the way down. Burt sends it up the boards and out. There's Joe Strauss. He sends it back off the boards, and the puck goes in to the Harris Conference zone behind the net. Corey collects it. The Harris Conference can't get it out. Luke Lilly, a nice effort there. Couldn't get a backhand shot away, though. He continues to control the puck. Finally, Harris Conference will get it cleared out. Mike Bay to Cryans. Over to Nichols. He can't handle it. Goes off the boards. Mark Blanchard. There's Golding. He can't catch up to the puck. The Austin Conference clears it out of their own zone all the way down the ice, and I think that could be an icing. With 3:22 to go in the 3rd period, the Harris Conference down by 1 goal with an opportunity here deep in the Austin Conference zone.
Well, Damon, while that series of plays was going on, our producer Lori Murphy pointed out that there was a player injured on the Harris Conference bench, and it was number 5, Shane Burt from Colchester. I saw Paul Hamill over there tending to him, but I see Shane did get back out on the ice, so I don't know if he got hit or maybe his helmet came down and cut him or something, but
he might have had some kind of little cut there, and they were.
So he's apparently okay, and there's a timeout.
We have a timeout. The two teams will have a little conference. The coaches will get an opportunity to do what they do best. Coach.
Yeah.
Plan.
You know, Damon, it's going to be tough picking this MVP. There are so many outstanding kids out here tonight. It's going to be really tough to pick somebody.
It's going to be very tough. And I think that's the way it should be in an all-star game. You've got a lot of talent on the ice. They all come to play hard. And obviously, it's going to be a tough job for us.
Yes, very, very tough. And it's going to be one of those things that I don't know. It's I'm going to have to give this some deep thought on who's going to be the MVP tonight.
We will do that, and in a few minutes, we will come up with some answers.
And Mr. Phil Hughes will make the presentation for Adelphia Cable.
And the two teams have done their strategy session, and they will now have a face-off just to the left of Jason Dumont, the South Burlington tender. The Austin Conference wins it and gets it cleared out, and we've got another icing. 3:15 to go in the third period now, and it looks like the Austin Conference is going to do a few send the puck down the other zone here.
Well, that's
take our time
hockey
here.
Strategy.
Just send it down the other way. Nice save there from Dumont. He gets a stick on it. Mike Bay checked hard to Nichols, back to Bay. Finally, Worley gets it cleared off the boards. The puck comes back into the Austin Conference zone. They get it cleared out. Domi to Mike Bay. Nichols picks it up, back to Domi. Over to Nichols, cross ice, back to Mike Bay. A quick shot goes off the skate of his own player, Cam Cryans, I think. And the Austin Conference gets it cleared out. Gordon to Garceau. Gordon once again falls down. Eric Gordon slap shot in. Corey with the save. Corey doing a fine job in the nets for the Harris Conference, keeping them in this game right now. 2:24 to go in the third period. This one going right down to the final buzzer. We'll have a face-off just to the right of Dennis Corey, the goalie from Milton, the Yellow Jackets.
The Yellow Jackets. I was trying to remember that a few minutes ago, what their name was.
And I have reminded you.
Of course, after having 18 teams in this game tonight. Right
for North Country. There's Leverbrew, the shot, and scores! Leverbrew puts it past Dumont into the low corner just over his pad, and we have a tie game with 2:05 to go in the third period.
Well, that's going to make this even tougher.
We were just coming to some decisions, and now Leverbrew puts a little, makes our task even more difficult. So it's 4-4, the Harrison-Austin Conference tied up. 2 minutes to go in the game.
We could be looking at overtime.
Frost to Luke Lilly, he sends it in. Corey makes the easy save. Harris Conference trying to get it cleared out. There's number 20 Smith sending it into the corner. Gates. There is Eugene Frost to number 5 Perry. They can't keep it in though. There's number 20 James Smith. Picking it up, Eugene Frost. To Luke Lilly, he sends a quick one in, saved by Corey. Puck goes down the other end of the ice, and we've got an icing. 1:07 to go.
I'm not sure what the ruling is. Now, if we get to the end of regulation time, do we play overtime?
I am not up on the official rules. I just heard over the public address announcement, the PA, something about a shootout, but I don't know if that's...
Well, looking at the past scores...
Apparently it is some kind of shootout.
Okay. Looking at the past scores, this game has never ended in a tie, so...
We don't have precedents to go on. The puck comes down. Dumont clears it aside to Joe Strauss. Around the corner, Matt Morissette picks it up, checked hard there by number 10, Blanchard. He can't get it cleared out, though, as the Harris Conference keeps it in. Finally, here comes the Austin Conference. Worley going after the puck.
30 seconds to go.
Joe Strauss trying to keep it in. He can't. The Austin Conference gets it cleared in. The puck gets kicked around a bit, and here comes Sean Morris, the slap shot, way wide. He comes right back again, though. Can't kick. Here comes Joe Strauss across the neutral zone. He's sandwiched, and here comes Mike Bay with an opportunity. 6 seconds to go. Can't get a quick shot off. 3 seconds. Mike Bay again. Big save from Dumont. That's going to be no good. It was after the whistle, after the buzzer. A great effort from Mike Bay on that one, but just a second too late for Mike Bay, or he would have had the game-winning goal. A huge effort from Mike Bay, streaking in, couldn't get a quick shot off, went into the corner, collected the puck again, came back out, a save from Dumont, and that was a key save because that gave the Austin Conference just enough time to stay in this game, as Mike Bay put it in just after the buzzer sounded.
Yeah, well, tremendous. A 5-minute sudden death overtime now is what they've ruled. That means first goal will win. Yeah, that's going to be a toughie.
The PA announcer is just announcing this is probably the best hockey game, and I think he may be right. A great game, a great finish there at the end of regulation. Mike Bay really thought he had the game-winning goal, but the buzzer turned out to be his worst enemy, his worst nightmare, so as it may turn out to be. And so we will go to a quick 5-minute OT, which I believe will then be followed by a shootout.
Okay.
We're making up the rules as we go along here, by the way.
I'm not sure what's going on. Why not have a tie?
My partner pleads ignorance on this one.
Definitely.
I'm just going to be firm in my convictions that we will have a shootout after the 5 minutes if nobody scores. And the start of the overtime period. Oh, quick opportunity there. Here comes Nichols bursting through the neutral zone. Checked by Gordon. And we do have a goalie change, by the way. Kevin Thomas in for the Austin Conference, but I do believe Corey remains in for the Harris Conference. Mike Bay trying to get the puck cleared loose as Luke Lilly was sitting on top of it. 4:34 to go in the OT. The game tied at 4 goals apiece. This one, as they say, a barn burner.
It definitely is. I saw some good tournament games. This one, you know, usually you figure these all-star games are going to be sleepers. You know, they're not out there to hit each other real hard or anything. Not this one.
As David Letterman would say, they're really blowing the roof off blowing the lid off the roof on this one. The Austin Conference coming in. Mike Bay picks it up. Across over to Cryans. Cryans. Oh, a nice little pass between his legs, but couldn't find anybody there. There's number 5, Adam Perry. LaCroix picks it up for Milton. Over to Cryans, who can't collect it in. Higgs sends one in, and we've got a goal! I believe it may have been deflected. I couldn't quite see. And the Austin Conference ends the 4-game winning streak of the Harris Conference with 3:57 to go in overtime. They win this one 5-4.
And they haven't indicated who got it.
Higgs sent the shot in from the point. I think there may have been a deflection in front, but unfortunately I had some impediments in front of me and I couldn't quite see. Chip Higgs did indeed get the goal, the defenseman from Spalding, as the two teams shake hands. A great battle here tonight. The Austin Conference wins it 5-4, and this is really a great way to end a great year of hockey.
It is, and yeah, I just placed my vote, who I wanted for the MVP, so we'll let Damon do that while I'm talking for a minute. Great game. I've seen 3 or 4 of these. Had the privilege of broadcasting. This, I believe, is my 3rd one that I've had the privilege of broadcasting. And this was the best one I have seen yet. And, good game. And we're going to be going down, I think, now for the presentation of
the All-Star, of the MVP for this game.
Good job, man, and congratulations to the coaches as well. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, before we do the MVP, Bill Allen of the Make-A-Wish Foundation has a special presentation to make to Doug Schroeder on behalf of Make-A-Wish, where they got the big Hockey Classic on July 30th, and presenting a plaque to the Essex Rotary. Move the microphone down there, and I believe we can get a word in right now from Bill. Bill, take it away.
I just want to say 2 things. One is I think New Hampshire's in deep trouble when they play you guys. And thank you. And I also want to thank the Essex Rotary for helping us out over the last couple of years and really get behind the Make-A-Wish Foundation. This is a plaque, and I'd like to just read it. It says a special thanks to the Essex Country Rotary Club.
Well, they're doing some presentations now, Damon, and for the New Hampshire-Vermont All-Star Game this summer, where they were going to choose the 17 players tonight. And also, momentarily, Mr. Phil Hughes from Adelphia Cable will be presenting the MVP trophies. And the voting has been done by our crack staff. Crack staff, you know. The stats have been compiled. And my pleasure to announce for the Harris Conference, number 4, Aaron Gates from the Essex Hornets will be the MVP. And for the Austin Conference, number 16, Luke Lilly from the Brattleboro Colonels.
2 strong performances from those 2 players. Luke Lilly, I believe, with a goal and an assist in the game. Aaron Gates had at least 1 assist in the game, I know, and a really strong effort from him. Good, a really nice look on that pass to Sean Morris, the goal that Sean Morris scored.
But, you know, Gates, although he didn't get any goals, he was right in there. He was there the whole night, and he's, you know, it's hard not to pick Aaron for the MVP award. And same thing with Luke Lilly. You know, he got the goal, he got the assist. He was right there on a lot of plays. He took a lot of shots that didn't go in, that hit off the goalie, hit off defenseman. And, like I said earlier, he is a defenseman. He was playing forward tonight.
True. A little bit out of his environment. Should mention a couple other strong games tonight. Mike Bay played really well at the end of the game from the Harris Conference. Thought he had the game-winning goal.
Right at the buzzer.
a second too late. Should also mention Luke Lilly's teammate Eugene Frost, a strong game, 2 goals in the first period there. And also a good game from the goalies. Dennis Corey had a good game, John Place, Kevin Thomas, Jason Dumont with a big save right at the end of the game there.
Everybody,
that extra second that they needed.
That's right. Everybody looking real well tonight. Only 17 of the 34 tonight are going to be selected for the Vermont All-Star team to play against New Hampshire. Vermont is 1-0 against the Granite State, and hopefully it's going to be 2-0 after July 30th.
Well, we certainly hope so, and it's going to be tough to choose those 17 players too, because as we saw, some definite talent showcased tonight.
Oh, definitely, and I hope that's why they brought in these high school coaches tonight, that they're going to go to the high school coaches and say, who would you pick for this All-Star team?
And the coaches really should know. So that is going to just about bring to a close our season this year. The Austin Conference breaks 4 years of futility and wins it 5-4 over the Harris Conference. We thank you for joining us tonight for the 11th Annual High School Rotary Club All-Star Classic. For my broadcast partner, Scott Brimblecombe, I'm Damon Fitch, and good night.